Hello, welcome to this week's video.
How do? Sorry, I'm concentrating, so it's going to be Tash really.
And it is a fortnight since the last one, because we have been quite busy.
Don't tell everybody, they'll all want to join in.
So this week's video is my first time single handling without pull around.
Round of applause, round of applause.
Huge feeling of empowerment and confidence doing that.
You mean it can do a little bit less work then?
And I also rested up with a friend's boat, took that through some locks as well, so head it out.
Anyway, carry on.
So hopefully you'll enjoy.
Push the button, ring the bell, it's free to you, the world and everybody else. And tell them, because it's a bit of fun really, this adventure.
See you at the end.
Just been to Tesco's, just outside West Drayton. There's a huge set of mooring here, and it's about 9 miles from Brentford, and that's Tiger Lily, who we did the Thames with on Saturday. Just nipped for a couple of bits, so we can have a long day's cruising, get as far as we can do today. I think we're going back to Burco or Castleberry Park. So we'll see where that gets. So back at the boat, and oh, the hatch is down, well, the cratch is down, and she's moved the rubbish that I pulled out from the weed hatch yesterday, because that was something I was planning on doing when I got back here. Hi honey, I'm home. Say hello to your adoring fans. Provisions got macaroni and cauliflower and tablets.
Does that mean you couldn't decide what you wanted for tea then?
I'm having macaroni cheese
Okay.
with cauliflower. So we're going up towards Batchworth. We've got about 9 miles to get to there, and we are going past the Aqua Vista Marina on the other side. And just up here, we've got our first lock of the day. We've got 2 on this stretch before we get a little bit too far. So let's see how we get on. Come and join us, enjoy the ride, and that's a bit of a tired lady. I think everything's catching up with her of having some more time off. Is that a new line of bikini models? Go well for the water, won't it, the bikini models? Oh, that one was a wannabe astronaut.
Maybe
And
it was one of their legs that Lorraine saw in the canal.
Tom Cruise look-alike. What was that about Lorraine? And
Maybe it was one of their legs that Lorraine saw in the canal.
oh, maybe you'll have to follow one of our previous vlogs for that. So here you go. Probably one of the first few arches that we've seen for a long time.
Yeah, that's what we managed to do.
Probably not, apart from on the Paddington Arm. But I think it's the first one we've seen down. No, we've seen one, haven't we? The CRT offices, where that trip boat was, and all the work boats as we came up from Brentford. Was that at the top of the flight, or just before the flight? I can't remember.
Just before Bulls Bridge coming up.
It's got a roundabout in it. Look. Hey. Right, we're going to concentrate what we're doing. We'll see in a bit.
We've got this boat completely blocking the canal in front of us, so Paul's just going to see if he can get it back in, but it's going to be easier said than done, because as you can see it is right across the canal, so he's got no leverage on anything. This is why he successfully completed Ironman 3 years ago, because he is a bit of an Ironman, isn't he really? It's going round. He's managed it. Very cute. A nice piece of towpath has been renewed there, and the contractors are here working on the next bit. That means it'll be a nice place for mooring and running in the winter with no mud. Many hands make light work. We've managed to team up with a boat called Quadrophenia to go up the locks today, which will make it easier.
So on the far side of the trees is
HS2 works?
well, part HS2 works, but I was going to say Denham Country Park, which is what the water is. want to go and visit at a later date from the thing. It's amazing how clear the water is down here. So HS2 bridge, so we're back up to the huge marina. Rope stopping you going through because it must be very shallow, all the lily pads, but yes, I was quite taken aback by how big it was when we came down. You can understand on a day like today why canal boating or narrowboating is so gorgeous, just so peaceful.
It is, it's really nice.
Say that again.
It's really nice. Always good to see the fuel boat on our travels. Here's B&W Fuels, so we're going to top up the jerry cans whilst we're here as well. Here's the building that's got the monkey hanging from it, and a canoe with what I think is a sheep in it.
I don't know whether it's sheep, polar bear or what.
Oh yeah, it might have been a polar bear actually. And then on top of that boat there is a very tame heron. Not quite the weather we were hoping for, but are you looking forward to your first festival?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're at Tring for Chillfest with lots of 80s groups. Hopefully this brightness might continue now. Bit of a difference to last Saturday.
Don't spoil it now. We saw this earlier. Are you still recording?
Yeah.
We saw this as we came down.
We did.
We were visiting Tring Tesco's.
And we only booked it a couple of days ago.
And then when it rained, I've gone, what are we doing?
But hopefully we're in for a good afternoon and evening. Got Nick Herschel, Mark Allman, Heaven 17, East 17, The Farm, loads of 80s acts. There's the stage, so hopefully it won't be too long before the acts come on.
So, into our first festival. Well, my first festival. And, well actually it's not, is it? It's our second. Bricklow Bash last year.
This weekend last year.
This weekend last year.
Yeah.
And guess what? We had the brollies on Wayne too.
We did.
Didn't we, Wayne?
Here we go, first solo cruise. I'm obviously feeling a bit nervous, but some friends have just gone past on their boat Northern Lights, so I've asked them if they'll wait for me at the swing bridge, so at least I can get through the swing bridge a bit more easily. See how far we get today. I would like to get up to Salisbury 3 locks by the end of tomorrow, but the lock 28 at Grove, the Grove lock, has been closed, and CRT haven't sent any notification whether or not it's open yet, so we'll see how we get on. Just coming up to the swing bridge. Claire's already opened it, so that's really handy. Good start to the day, and hopefully we'll do a few locks together. It's not far to the next lock, can see it in front. There's John on Northern Lights in front, so we're going to do a few locks together and see how far we get. I will put the camera on the front when we stop, because I haven't had time to do it yet this morning, so we can get some front footage as well. So we've just come through Slapton Lock, which is lock 30. I've only messed up one lock landing so far, which was on a bit of an angle, and I misjudged it, and Claire and I had to get on the rope and took both of us to pull the boat in. But other than that, it's going well. We've got about 3 locks left to go to get to Leighton Buzzard, so I think I'm going to get far further than I anticipated today. The rain's just starting, but hopefully it won't come to too much. The lock fairies and the weather fairies really are with us today. We've just come through lock 29. Next one we get to is Grove lock 28. Just speaking to a CRT guy a couple of locks back, 28 is going to be on the winter stoppages list. So if you're planning on being in the area then, keep an eye on the list to see which end of the winter they're going to close it to do some work on it. It is likely to be shut in about a month's time for a few days as well to have some maintenance on it. Seems like it's quite a problematic lock at the moment. I have to say, after my initial nerves of solo boating today, they have settled and I'm thoroughly enjoying the day. After Paul had his op, I did obviously have to boat without his help, but he was on the boat, so this is the first time I've actually done it completely solo. But yeah, it's a nice feeling, building the confidence, quite empowering really. Here we are in Grove Lock, last lock of the day for today. It was busy. There was a couple of boats coming up, one of them a holiday boat. There was a boat just reversing into his mooring. Quite a busy area. Welcome to day 2 of my solo boat moving. So I've got no trading friends with me today, doing it completely on my own, just going from Leighton Buzzard up to the top of Solbury Three Locks, where we know there's good mooring, good parking. There's one lock to go through, so we'll see how we get on. The sun is shining, so it should be a lovely afternoon. Just coming past Wyvern holiday narrowboats. I'm pleased these boats aren't all out and about on the canals, because it would make it very busy, but from a business point of view I'm sure they're not very happy just coming into summer holidays, and there's still loads of boats moored up, which isn't good for them. Just coming up to the lock shortly, first lock doing entirely on my own, so hopefully it'll go alright. That was good timing. There's a holiday boat just coming up the lock, so I can go in once they come out. Here I am in Leighton Lock. There's a lovely lady walking her dog up the footpath who's a fellow boater, so she's going to close the gate for me once I go out. I've only opened the paddle one side because the boat was a bit near to the sill and I needed to come back and pull it forward. But no dramas yet. This is a lovely stretch of the canal between the Globe at Linslade and Leighton Buzzard Lock. There's Arm Cove for the majority of it. It's where we had our Easter floating market. And it's got a solid towpath, and there's lakes and walks on the right hand side as I'm going up as well. I safely arrived at the top of Solbury Locks and then managed to reverse back and moor up successfully to end the second of my 2 solo cruising days.
This bridge, Bridge 136, is, if you ever need to catch a train and you're at Calroast, is the nearest bridge to Tring train station. Just point of reference more than anything. It's the nearest point you can actually get to the station, so take note of that. We're on the top of the flight. This is Tring Summit Pound. It's about 1.5 miles, 2 mile long from Calroast Lock to Bulbourne Junction, where the Wendover Arm is, and then we start going down again into Marsworth and the reservoirs. Take you for a tour around that in a bit. So we've caught up with our friends on Peggy Sue. He helped us last year when I had my broken foot when we were doing the Trent to get to the wedding day. So we've caught up with them, doing a little cruise down to Marsworth to the Tring reservoirs. Should be an enjoyable little cruise. Round 2. Here she comes. Hope the breeze doesn't catch it, because that's going to be a nasty catch with 2 boats tied together. So here we go. Beautiful afternoon, a little bit breezy. Tashi's bringing Peggy Sue and the boat round, our boat round, but doubled up. But just look at this view while the lock's filling. Isn't that fantastic? You can imagine sunset just being amazing. And off into the distance with Peggy Sue.
We hope you enjoyed that.
I certainly did. I didn't have to do something for once.
Next week will be reverse rolls again, and Paul doing some solo boating. I thought you were going to say something then.
No, shock horror.
Tackling Hatton on his own yet again. Bad timing with my work days, unfortunately.
I must be Superman.
You are, yes.
Well, I don't count that one, but hey.
So we hope you have a good week.
Push the button, ring the bell. It's free to you, the world, and everybody else. Brown Hills, the lot. But anyway, enjoy yourselves.
Thank you for your continued support, and we'll see you next week.
Join your sharers, carers.